I'm Monica Monson, as you know, and of most recently with the Noble Agency.
Yes, and one of the main reasons why I'm so excited that you are here to tell us about this new venture of yours. But before we get into the Noble Agency, I want to go a little bit into your history, into your background, and who you are as a person.
Get ready for the real estate show that takes you across the barriers and into the danger zone. That Bitchin' Real Estate Podcast with your host, Tenacious T.
I love that. Let's talk about your 5 daily activities. Okay, so you write your gratitudes. You drink olive oil tea with Chef Inner Beauty Boost. We're going to get more on that in just a minute. Yes. The new Lip RX by Nurse Jamie. You always create. And then you love to breathe in your new office.
Oh, well, yes.
At least those are the answers that I got.
Well, I'd say they're all true. I know I was really trying to think about, like, what is my routine? And, I think most people that are pretty well organized or running businesses, you have to have a sense of routine. And I'm sure there's some chaos in there with school drop-offs and all these other things going on.
But there's usually those items that you hit every day. Yeah,
absolutely. To start with the tea.
Yes, the tea. Tell me, how do we boost? Are we boosting with tea?
Oh, my goodness. Well, there are kind of two things. A client of mine owned an olive oil shop. And, of course, being kind of a foodie and into cooking and whatnot, I went on and I wanted to support their business. And so I was looking at different things. And one of the discoveries I found was this company called Stone and Grove that makes this olive oil tea. I thought, wow, that's got to be amazing for your system, your skin, all of that. So they have different varietals of tea. So I usually make a cup of that in the morning. And there's another company called The Beauty Chef, which I believe is out of Australia, that you can order online. Now they carry it at Anthropologie.
Nice.
And it is a liquid elixir that you can I put it into my tea.
Yeah.
And then I put my tea over ice because it's been so hot.
Yeah.
But it's really good. And it's a collagen boost, but also a prebiotic and probiotic.
Right.
So it has, good things for your body. And I mix them together, and that's kind of what I start my day with.
Gratitude. Almost every professional I've had on this show has either gratitude thought in the morning or they're writing in their gratitude journal. I have learned to embrace what I am grateful for on a daily basis. How long have you been doing that, and when did you realize that was so essential?
I would say writing-wise, I've been doing that now for a few years. Before that, certainly more just a mental, kind of thought process. But I did start to write that, and also affirmations to go with it. And I really think there's a lot of, studies and information out there about that hand-brain, kind of bringing it to fruition, right? So I think it's really important, and I talk to my kids about it, and sometimes, they might participate, sometimes they roll their eyes, but it's really important to have that. And so, I instill that. We do a gratitude every Monday in our Monday meetings.
Love it.
But I encourage, everyone that I know and everyone in my company that you pick an affirmation, and do your gratitudes on a daily, and, it'll set you on a good path.
There is so much to be said about transferring what you're thinking into the paper, because that's when you see it.
Correct. Yeah. And as you write, especially, gratitude, you're going to have a journal, and you're going to write your one gratitude in the morning. And your affirmation, you're probably going to write it 20 times, depending on how big your little book is.
Yeah.
But each time you write it out, it's just, it's like a stamp. It's going in. It's going to hit that brain. And I tell, my agents and office that it can be business related. It could be life related. It doesn't, have to be about any specific thing, but like set something that you want to accomplish, and then see how you feel in 30 days.
I love how
change it every month.
I love how you've incorporated that with your business and sharing that with your agents that come in. Goals for 2020, 2021: adventure, growth, collaboration, opportunity, and relationships.
Yes.
So a lot of us in the industry, in the real estate world, and coming into the industry would absolutely see you as an opportunity, and your brokerage as an opportunity. That must lead into where you're seeing adventure as well. So let's talk about that a little bit.
Well, adventure I see adventure in two ways. Obviously, right now, my core focus is the adventure in business. It's been an amazing year so far. Certainly, again, not without challenge with all of the things that are happening, but there's been a lot of silver linings for me. I feel really blessed through this process. And so I really want to continue that adventure and this new adventure and explore, how we can continue to create something that is different and unique here in Arizona. With a new boutique brokerage that fills a hole that I believe is in our marketplace here and, potentially can share it elsewhere. So, it's really, really exciting and unknown.
Yeah.
It can go any direction. One of the beauties of having your own business is being able to move quickly. I know the keyword this year is pivot, right? Everybody's saying pivot. But it is so true. Being able to maneuver quickly and make those decisions brings a lot of direction and support to what we're doing. So
you're the top of the ladder. So you're the final decision maker because this is your business. Everything about it is your business. Yes, you have a team.
Yes,
and
everything.
Yes. But you have your soundboard, you have your team, but that is part of what I think you're trying to convey is in the past, if we're with a certain brokerage, we have to get the final yeses or the final approvals, or is this a good idea? Should I take my business here? And for you now, sitting with your baby, your business, and if you're like seeing something that you really think is going to work, you can just go for it.
I can go for it. That is the beauty of it right now.
Take that
adventure.
adventure.
I'm so blessed to be surrounded by talented, top quality individuals. My group so far is amazing. I mean, really, truly, I'm blessed. And we have some fun announcements coming soon. And so I can't wait to be able to share and fill you guys in on what's happening.
Special announcements indeed. Monica Monson, owner of the Noble Agency, just welcomed Tracy and Tim Fitzgerald of the Fitzgerald Luxury Group. Congratulations.
It's just the opportunities, honestly, that have not only come out of meeting new people and hiring and various things, but also with some of the networking groups that I've been able to be invited into this year.
Yes.
On an international basis have been phenomenal. And wow, like where were these groups before?
Yeah.
It's been really amazing. So I feel blessed to be included among some really bright minds out there.
What are you looking for in an agent? Obviously that's going to be the number one question is
Absolutely.
People are going to be sitting at home or wherever they're at listening to this, watching this. And there's going to be your brand new agent. There's going to be your senior agents. Who are you looking for to be part of your brokerage?
So for right now, we're really focused. Our tagline's the master class of luxury real estate. That's our tagline. But with that said, as I've said earlier, we service all price ranges and lifestyles. So it's really about quality. But the perfect agent really would be someone who is aligned with our philosophy, with our culture, with the quality of work, their work ethic. We are not for everyone, and I'm sure vice versa.
And everyone's not
for us. Yeah. So we really are focused on building an amazing boutique level culture that is highly supportive. People who want to collaborate and that want to. I think there's a misnomer in real estate. There's a lot of competition between agents. And I've always been of the philosophy of that we're all in this industry. We work together. We should collaborate because we could all have the same plan in front of us and every single person is going to implement it differently. So it's never, ever going to be done the same way. And it's not going to work for everybody.
Right.
So it's really important to me to have that alignment and to really feel like it's a really great fit. Because, the experience is everything. I want agents who work for the company to feel like they have never had this experience before. And again, we're not only catering to clients as a company, we're catering to our agents as well. So they feel special and they feel appreciated.
They're a reflection off of this baby that is now growing.
So it is growing.
Yeah.
It's growing. So truthfully, in my career, I've only worked with primarily two companies. The company that when I went full time ended up merging into was my former company. So I feel like I kind of lumped that all together in my experience. But it is so true. I hear stories from agents from other companies, and they talk about the environment and feeling alone or not feeling like they can go in and really
or don't fit in.
Yeah, or
right?
don't fit in, and it's like, oh wow, I just can't imagine. I had such a great experience in my last environment that I want to carry that forward.
And regardless, every time that I came across you, or whenever I'd see you at an event or anything like that, you always took the time to say hi to everybody. You always took the time to greet people. And not every agent in the industry will do that without an agenda. And you really, really just enjoy people.
I really try. I mean, do my best. I miss the events. I really do. I know Angelica and I keep talking about, gosh, when can we, that's a big part of what we've done in the past. And, when can we start to do some micro events and kind of figure out what's appropriate and, how comfortable people are with the smaller group things. But I really sincerely try. I care about the people in the industry and having those solid relationships. And you never know if you're going to cross transact or if there's just a need. And, I always tell people, if there's ever anything that I can do for you, you call me, let me know, send me a message, DM me, ask me questions. I mean, I get agents all the time that are new, who want to know if I have any advice for them and to give them some direction. I'm always happy to give back and to help in that way. So, in our brokerage, because we're really more geared right now toward that mid-level to high-level producer, we are putting together some programs for that level, but also kind of a phase 2 will be for that perhaps newer agent that, has the skill set to learn and kind of come up through our program. So
absolutely.
We'll see how that goes. We have
it's so cool.
enough initiatives at the moment, but it's exciting.
Yes, she's barely eating dinner, folks. With the kids, though. That's important.
With the kids, I try,
So here's the fun part. Let's get into the famous questions, shall we? So I want you to, have you ever seen in the Actors Studio, the old one with James Lipton?
Yes, it's been a very long time. But.
So I took some of those questions and I changed them to fit real estate.
Okay.
So the first one is about a description of a home.
Okay.
So you're sitting down, you're reading a description, or you're writing one. What is your favorite word?
Ooh, that is so hard. Oh, my favorite word. Well, I think, gosh, we really try to kind of be a little nerdy about how we write descriptions because we, you can often be very repetitive in different listings.
Amazing.
I was going to say amazing always seems to come out, and we try not to use amazing because it's, it's funny on social media, but not always in the description.
Right. I have one agent said cascading was there.
Oh, cascading. I was just going to say expansive. We use expansive.
Yes. That's
maybe
a beautiful
expansive could be a good one.
Because you can't always use that one.
You can't always use expansive. Yeah, it has to be a wide open space.
Like it.
Oh, I should have looked some of those up.
That's okay. No, this is why we do this. Okay, so along the same lines, you're reading a description. What is your least favorite word?
Probably amazing.
It's amazing kitchen.
Amazing kitchen.
Yard.
Yes, yes.
Absolutely.
I would say amazing would probably be one of the more, just because it comes up so much.
It does. It's overused. And we can't help it. I mean, it just happens.
And I still like the word beautiful, but it does also come up quite a bit.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to think about your long day that you usually have. And I think you've already answered this a little bit, but we'll see. So you're waking up in the morning. You've got another long day. What is your turn on? What is either the thought or the routine, the first thing you do to help you get into that day?
Well, I'd like to listen to music in the morning, but I'll kind of tell you a funny story instead of just my daily routine. But yesterday we had a big day yesterday, and we can't really talk about what it was publicly yet until Monday. But and it kind of shifted last minute. So when I got up in the morning, I got up early and I was trying to mentally prepare because I knew it was going to be an extremely, long, exciting, busy day and a lot of moving parts. And so I'm in my, head and I'm kind of doing this, and I was like, I got to put on a song. And for whatever reason, I decided to put on like the Rocky theme song. So I'm in my bathroom, getting ready, and I'm like doing my makeup, and
you're like, Adrian!
I had drank it was just so random, but it was really funny. So like sometimes, you just have to kind of go with it and get that energy going. And I went outside, got some fresh air. It's really nice and cool right now in the morning. So today I try to go on a quick long walk and kind of get myself going. And
I love it. So music is kind of your go-to, though.
Music is, it definitely helps me kind of get into a mindset.
Me too.
Yeah.
So in general, what is your turn off? Some people say it's arrogance. Some people say it's complacency.
Well, you know what? It's funny that you said those two words, because those are exactly the first two things I would say. One thing that is it's a big turn off to me is pretentiousness and arrogance. And, we do come across it in our business, and I really, truly believe there's no place for it.
Yeah. I agree.
And so, that to me is an immediate, I'll still be polite and friendly and kind, but, internally I am like, oh man, this person just is not somebody I want to spend my time with.
And 2020 is the great equalizer. It's what I like to call it. And there is no room for arrogance in 2020.
No, and I think honestly, the best agents out in our industry are not arrogant.
Right.
I think that there are agents who are just constantly competing, and it perhaps has to do with other issues. Maybe self-confidence, or maybe they feel like they need to be that way to be recognized, but it's not true. I mean, my icons in the industry are some of the nicest, most approachable people you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
And they've, outlapped most of us because they've been doing it for so long. So it's really, if I gave any advice to any realtor out there at every single level, put the arrogance aside.
Yeah. Just be you, man. Be authentic.
But I don't have a lot of patience for lack of motivation and complacency. Yes. So, obviously with teenagers, we're going through that, and, that's normal. There's always that process. But but in general, I tend to be a little bit more high energy and go. So
I agree.
I have to sometimes level myself and say, hey, you might be too high energy for that person, but, let's kind of figure out a meet in the middle on it. Yeah. But you can't really get much done if you have no motivation.
Yep.
Especially when you see somebody so talented. I think that's where one of the traits that I have been told that I have is too much patience. So,
you see potential in a certain person.
Yeah, you see potential in them, and I'm patient, and then nothing happens. And
nothing
it's like,
happens.
oh my God, you're so talented. I really want to see it develop. So,
and then you have to decide, how much longer are you going to invest your time into that? Yeah. That's going to be a tough one.
It's very tough. Yeah. It's very tough.
But it's very cool that you see potential, and you go to her agency and you get onto your brokerage and you're bringing out potential because you see it in people.
I do. And I hope, I believe I have a pretty strong intuition. And, I do. I see, and there's people that I have met who are amazing people, and they do maybe have a little lack of confidence. Maybe they haven't, gotten to where they wanted yet. But I love to help build that because that is the key, to anything is really, truly believing in yourself and
I love it.
Knowing you can get it done.
I love it. Okay, so we're going to lighten things up a little bit. And don't worry, we'll bleep this. So it's a family show.
Okay.
But this was a question I kept in there from in the actor's studio. What is your favorite swear word?
I hate to admit it. I know. For some reason, it comes out of my mouth.
Oh, I love it. Usually everybody says the F word, so I love having a different one.
Yeah, it's like that word, you stub your toe.
Yeah.
You do this.
Oh, shit.
And it's not a pretty word. I will admit it's not. But
it's a good one. Though. It's a good one.
I don't usually
gets the job
swear
done.
Too much, but yeah. I think I let a couple words go the other day.
Yeah,
accidentally.
It
not
happens.
in a bad way, but
it happens.
It does happen.
And I'm married to a firefighter, and he'll come home and he'll still be on the phone with the guys, and babe, the kids are ready. It happens. We know that.
Well, if your kids game at all, there isn't anything we can say that they can't outrank us on. Wow.
The twins are 13 now, and the oldest is 24, so there's nothing they haven't heard.
I'm walking around, bleep, bleep, bleep.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so another personal space type of question. What is your favorite noise or sound?
Ooh, noise or sound? I do love the rain.
Yeah,
I do love the rain. It's
sound
just
of
very
rain.
relaxing.
It is. It is.
But a very, I might even be in first place, is I love the sound of waves crashing.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people, and that's probably a little cliche, but for me, I feel like I need
waves
to have the ocean.
Scientifically, waves have been proven that people that live by the ocean, that are in the ocean often, it actually helps regulate the rhythm of your heart and breathing.
Well, it's so interesting. I grew up not on an ocean, but I grew up going to a lake. I spent my summers in Northern California at a lake, and we were a boating family.
Yeah, me too.
And
Lake Powell for us, but yes.
So used to being on the lake and being in a boat and just the fresh air and up in the mountains and how beautiful it was. And I find this year, of course, with everything that had happened, I finally took a couple of days and I went to the beach.
Yeah.
And but I needed to be by water.
Yeah.
It was like this thing I just felt all of a sudden that I had to go. And I did. And I told my friend who was visiting, I told her, I said, okay, we're just going to go to the beach. I'm going to sit there and I'm going to stare at it.
In charge.
And the kids, were doing their thing. But it just felt so good and so rejuvenating. Yeah.
So what is your least favorite noise or sound?
Of course, like a nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
Nails on a chalkboard. That's a common one.
I really don't like it when cars backfire.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
that pop.
Yeah. I don't know. There's just something about it.
It does have a little bit of almost like a gun sound too. So yeah,
and I'm really not crazy when people pop their knuckles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's like stop doing that. Yeah. Exactly. Okay, so let's say that marketing and real estate are off the table.
Okay.
I want you to think of maybe when you were in high school, something you thought of then. What would your profession have been?
If I wasn't doing marketing, I was not doing real estate, I'd probably be in public relations.
Yeah.
That would be my, because I love to write and
the journalism part
journalism.
of it. Yeah.
I worked for, granted it was marketing, but it was called marketing communications. So I worked for a startup company in the telephone space way back in the day. And I was doing all the writing for 9 states.
Wow.
And I designed their intranet. There's no intranets anymore, but I did the architecture
intraweb.
for the intranet. Yeah, and somebody else built it, but I laid it all out and put that together, and that was really fun. But I think I would be in the public relations space and working with media. And
so back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, you probably would have been in copyright. Yeah. That's awesome. Okay, so now I want you to think of a famous person. It can be a celebrity, a philosopher, it can be a religious person, dead or alive. Who would you have dinner with and why?
Holy, that's a big one. Can I have a whole table?
No, you get one.
I get one. Wow. Oh, my goodness. Who would I want to have dinner with? There's so many different people I would want to invite.
Who's one of the first ones that popped in your head?
Well, I mean, I think many of us women entrepreneurs, of course, look to Oprah, right? From a business perspective.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to, again, cliche because everyone wants to talk to Oprah.
Yeah, but that's
she is somebody who's started multiple companies in her brand. And so that's pretty amazing. But there are several people that have done that. I mean, look at, if we're talking real estate specific.
No, like just for
life?
you, if you could choose. So for me, it would be Johnny Depp. Because
he's cool.
I love the different ways that he's created characters. It's the creation part, and we all know I love pirates.
Yeah.
But I just dig sitting down and chit-chatting with Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
So, along those lines. Some people say Jesus. Some people say Elon Musk. Some people say Oprah.
Elon is quite interesting, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of lean toward like. Oh gosh, that's a tough one for me.
Who are you
Let me
say?
think about this in a minute.
Yeah.
Well, like on the real estate space, I'd be kind of curious just to like tap into Barbara Corcoran's brain a little bit.
Oh yeah,
because she's so inspiring
that
from
is
a real estate perspective.
Yeah,
and I know she's doing her whole thing with Shark and all of that. But I think that whole group is pretty fascinating from just an entrepreneurial spirit.
Where would you take her to dinner?
Well, I don't know if she's vegan or not. So I guess that depends.
Yeah.
But, well, if I was going to like a more of a foodie high-end restaurant here, I'd probably go to Monarch Cafe.
See, that's a place I haven't been yet. I have to go there.
It's an experience. It's not your everyday place to go. I just had the pleasure of going for the first time for a birthday, and it was phenomenal. I have to. Yeah, it was really a great experience. Beautiful, and they have indoor, outdoor seating.
Okay, Barbara. She's going to take you to dinner.
Barbara. I'll take you to Monarch. You'll love it.
And we'll have that conversation.
Yeah.
I would love that.
But, there's so many amazing people out there in all different facets. And one of the organizations that I am really proud to be associated with since this transition is the Female Founder Collective.
Oh, I've never heard of this.
The Female Founder Collective was founded by Rebecca Minkoff. She's a handbag designer and fashion designer.
Yes.
Really inspiring in her business.
Yeah.
And it's really made up of women in all industries that are majority owners or full owners of their businesses. So there are, I believe, right now just over 1,500 top women who are part of the organization. And I mean, you'll find everything from, beauty, fashion. I don't think there's too many of us real estate people, but real estate, PR, legal, I mean, every facet of business.
Tell me the name of the foundation again.
Female Founder Collective.
Female Founder Collective. Yes. I love it. And how can your audience or those that are listening get involved with that?
Well, I mean, certainly contact me and I'll be happy to fill you in on that. But some great businesses. So it creates a support network for female entrepreneurs and who are, wanting to collaborate and learn more.
Well, I have a gift for you. It took a little time, and I went to one of my favorite little shops, so I'll let you open it.
Thank you so much.
Open it.
That's so sweet of you.
And so there's this little shop that actually has cute little gifts with affirmations. So there's a couple of gifts in there, I'd say. So this is... I'm wearing one on each ankle myself. They're made by a famous designer that they can get wet and everything. You never have to take them off. It's an anklet for your next water trip. But you cannot fray them, damage them. You don't have to take it off. You can go scuba diving. You can swim.
Awesome.
That's just an anklet thing.
Tula. That's neat.
Yeah.
Very fun. Oh, that's really cute.
Yeah. So they have these cute little candles that have, if you want to read it out loud for your audience to hear.
May you be happy. May you be at ease. May you be free of danger. May you be loved. Buddhist prayer.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah. So they sell a bunch of those. But yeah, it's just something you can light in the morning for your affirmation.
Yeah. I might put that on my desk.
Yeah. There you go.
Or maybe my nightstand. Darling, you are made of stardust and wishes and magical things. Oh, that's really sweet. How cute. Matchbox. That's very cute. Thank you.
And plus, it was really hard to find something that maybe Angelica hadn't already known about because she's a genius when it comes to
Oh, my goodness. I know. She is. I'm always like, hey, can you help me? And thank you very much.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you having me.
And love to have you on the show. How can people get a hold of you, not only as, buyers, sellers, but agents? Where's the easiest place to find you?
Absolutely. Yeah. If they go to our website, it's thenobleagency.com. You can reach me through that, or certainly on Instagram. I still have my same Instagram handle, which is Lux Agent. It's LUXE Agent. And the Noble Agency AZ on Instagram as well. So,
and I'll have all that floating as we do it. So thank you again for joining us. This is Kimberly Toko, Tenacious T. Out. Thanks. And that's it.